Mr. Jatia, thanks so much for joining in on ET now. I think it's another quarter where you have been able to deliver that stellar set, especially when it comes to same-store sales growth. So tell us, is the sentiment as such still positive? I mean, to what extent is it the entire low base factor and stuff like that that's actually helping this SSSG number?
Sure. I mean, first and foremost, it's 14 quarters of positive same-store sales growth. So I wouldn't attribute it to a low base. Especially last year in the same quarter, we did 21% same-store sales growth. So I think 21% on top of that doing 14.5% clearly reflects that the consumer sentiment is quite positive. I think the foundation that we've laid with all our brand extensions, with value, convenience, all of that put together along with consumers going out, and particularly the eating out category is sort of moving in the right direction. All of that together has contributed to a pretty good performance, I must say.
Yes, I stand corrected. Your base was as well very strong, 21%, 20.7% precisely speaking. Yeah. You did have a couple of launches too in the quarter gone by. The Spice Fest, 2 new beverages during the festive season. So what was your response to that, and how do you in general see the entire festive season pan out?
No, the festive season worked out quite nicely. In fact, last year we've essentially been able to build properties. For example, Spicy Fest has become sort of quite synonymous with McDonald's India now. And every time we extend that to the consumer, they know what to expect, and that brings them back to the restaurants. So, for example, this year we had the chili naan chatpata aloo tikki naan wrap. Along with that, we had the bean burger. And then we had the spicy chicken burger as well. So I think putting all of that together, along with a few beverage options, have really helped resonate with the consumers. We did something quite different last year, but in the same brand of Spice Fest. So I would say it's worked out quite nicely for us. And again, McCafe, delivery, all the brand extensions have supported this growth quite nicely.
Okay, I must ask you about the margins as well, because it has expanded significantly. What is it that aided you? And I think in general, the food industry in the third quarter has been able to post quite a stellar expansion on the gross margin front. So what exactly has aided you?
Right. Well, particularly again, when you talk about Westlife, it's been a consistent journey for the last 4 years. 4 years ago, we were at about 57%. And today we are at almost 63-64%. So it's a very conscious, well thought of plan. And the whole idea is, one, of course, McCafe has helped us because beverages tend to be better on gross margin. So I think especially for a Westlife point of view, as McCafe continues to build, as we keep opening more and more McCafes, we are currently sitting at about 180. That has aided gross margins quite nicely. On top of that, when we do these food festivals, we are able to essentially create products that resonate well with the consumer, and the consumers are always willing to pay a little bit of a premium when there are new products that they don't get every day. So putting all of that together, it has sort of aided getting the gross margin. Finally, actually, volume also makes a difference. Again, being the 14th quarter, and again, from a top line point of view, last year, same period, we did almost 32% top line growth. And on top of that, this quarter, we've done 21.5%. So overall volumes have been rising well, and that helps supply chain, and our suppliers really aid their volumes also. So all of this put together has culminated in a pretty nice growth in gross margins.
All right. Okay. I know you mentioned that eating out is something that has been quite popular in the third quarter, but I think even delivery is picking up quite a bit, and it's gaining a lot of traction. So eating out versus delivery, and you as yourself have focused a bit on the delivery bit. So how do you see the trend going forward? And do you think, I mean, one concern for QSRs is essentially the delivery costs. How do you see that entire trend pan out going forward?
Actually, I feel both of them are part of the same thing, because eventually it gives incremental volume to restaurants. So I think delivery is a great phenomena, and Westlife, we identified this in 2005, and because we established a pretty strong platform over the last 10 years, as the delivery business is growing, we've been able to capture a very large portion of that. Also, we have almost 300 restaurants, so our reach is very nice. And therefore, again, even for third-party aggregators, including our own app, the reach gets bigger and bigger, and more consumers can use us. So I look at it as a very complementary business, even from a margin point of view. Especially for Westlife, in-store business is still a very large part of our business. Again, if you look at McCafe, that's largely an in-store business. So we look at delivery as incremental, and if we were not doing delivery, that sale would not be there for us. So we feel that therefore the contribution margin of the incremental delivery business is all margin accretive for us. So I don't see that as an incremental cost. In fact, I see that as a phenomenal growth opportunity for restaurants where they can get this business which was previously not available.
Okay, that's a relief. I think that's good to know, because that was certainly something that was in the mind of a lot of people on the market, with the rise in delivery costs. But Mr. Jatia, I'd love to chat more, but I'm afraid we're out of time on this edition of the show. So thanks so much. Good luck, of course, going forward as well. We hope the strong SSSG growth continues. That, of course, is Westlife Development, higher by about 0.5%. But like I said, out of time. So thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. Markets at noon will be up next.